Hey there, friends, and welcome back to episode 4. I think we're on episode 4 of Tell Me Why. It's good to see you. Tell me why you're still here. That would be good to know. I mean, hopefully it's because you love this space and you want more content from it. So, there we go. Where did we leave it last time? I almost don't remember where we left it last time. I think we just gotten into the house with Tyler and Allison, and we'd gone up to their room and we were going to explore their room. I did notice that a lot of other people who have played through, they have been playing in their full chapters, whereas I'm trying to break it up a little bit more than that. It's just personal choice. I guess I could have done it in full chapters, but I didn't want to, so I just didn't. Also, I'm not going to be doing the controller thing anymore because it was too janky and it was dragging me up the wall. So I haven't tried it. We're gonna go back to keyboard and mouse and see what a mess that could be. Yeah, thanks for sticking around, and let's get right back into it. Hey, by the way, welcome back to this screen. All right. Exciting, isn't it? You don't know where we'll end up. Okay, so we are downstairs in that house. I think.
It doesn't seem real.
Oh no. Oh, the game didn't save.
No lights, no power.
Okay. So I hope you'll bear with me as I now speed run through everything I did last time to bring us back up to where we are. This is going to be a sick montage. Okay, so sped run through that. I've done all the things. If you want to watch that bit again, go back to the previous episode, because I go through it properly and chat about some of them in some detail. But it felt kind of like a waste of everyone's time to do it again. So let's pick up where we left off. When we left off, we went into Tyler and Allison's childhood room, and it's weird how well preserved it was from their childhood, I guess. Like, scarily so. But yeah, let's go in.
If you don't come up soon, I'm gonna take whatever I want from our bedroom.
No way, wait for me.
Get in there. Bagsy all the good stuff. Let's roll.
Now this feels like home.
That's very sweet. Okay. I don't remember actually unpicking any of this stuff.
Tyler, do you copy? If we don't move fast, this whole thing is going to melt. Do you copy?
Copy, Allison. Gonna get this thing moving soon. Don't want the Mad Hunter to catch us. Over.
The Mad Hunter. Ugh, he still gives me the creeps. I wish I could forget about him.
I like how quickly the two of them kind of fell back into their relationship, because I guess it could have been a lot more awkward for a lot longer. Actually, on the whole, I don't know, maybe it's something to do with that twin bond again. Don't know, but I mean, this playthrough is just going to be me sat here doing armchair psychology, so I can only really apologize. But where to start? Let's start over here. Okay, start over here.
So much for my dream of being a hockey star.
Marianne thought sports were too aggressive, too competitive, and too group-thinky.
Too group thinking. Makes sense.
How did you convince me to let you put this up?
It was my favorite movie. Back then.
Allison's real rebel. That's what I'm finding in this game. She's insatiable. She'll climb on anything. She'll walk into you when you're in the way. I mean, I'm making light of something which is, I'm just throwing the light bits in there, but I'm still bitter about Allison walking into us, okay? I'm still
bitter. We never
bitter.
appreciated this view as kids.
Oh.
You know, if there's one thing you gotta give Marianne, it's that she let us explore our artistic side.
You should have seen Eddie's face when I tried to repaint his car.
Yeah, I bet Uncle Eddie didn't appreciate your artistic touch.
I'd rather you called him Chief Brown if you're gonna be an ass about it.
And I think we can be sure he is going to be an ass about it. I think that much is basically a given. And understandably. Alright. Let's do it. Touch the fragile box. I'm scared. I'm worried. I'm nervous.
Look what I found!
What?
Only our greatest creation, the Book of Goblins.
Seriously? It was in that chest the whole time?
All these stories.
I had ideas for
I
so
remember
many
these.
more.
Marianne wrote a lot of them.
Yeah. It's one of the only times I remember her being at peace.
Okay, look, we'll read. Do you want to read one? Guys, do you want to read? Look, okay. We'll read one together. Let's read. Let's read The Bear and the Princess. That sounds like a nice one, right? Oh god, how long is this going to be? No, that's fine, that's fine, that's fine. We can make this work. Okay. Hey yourself. Welcome to Chrispy 2117 Storytime. Okay? Sit back, relax, take it easy. Let's read together. Once upon a time, in the ancient and deep forest, the old bear stood on the bank of the river, swiping at salmon on their way to the spawning grounds. Just as he'd got his paw on a particularly fat one, he heard a woman shouting for help. He considered simply eating his salmon, but then she screamed again, and he lumbered over to investigate. After a short walk, he found the princess clinging to the top of the tree, while a wolf snarled and snapped at the base of the tree. Old Bear would not normally get into the middle of such a situation. After all, as a fellow predator, he understood the wolf's need to hunt. But when he saw the princess, he was struck by her beauty, and he knew he had to help. With a great roar, the bear heaved onto his hind legs, rising to his full height. The wolf snapped and snarled in his direction, but the bear roared again, and the wolf took off into the trees, tail between his legs. The old bear fell back down on all fours and stared up at the princess. She regarded him fearfully. "You can come down," he said. "How do I know you didn't just save me so you could eat me yourself?" asked the princess. "I suppose this is a fair question," admitted the old bear, "but I promise, I won't eat you." What he actually promises, "I won't eat you then." But the next page is going to say, "Then the bear waited 2 minutes, ate the princess, and there we go." Okay, no. The princess had no reason to trust the old bear, except that he had kind eyes, and so she slowly made her way down the tree. When she reached the ground, the bear only watched her, and so she supposed she was not going to be eaten today. "Thank you," she told the old bear. "Of course," he said. "Can I walk with you back to your home?" "Of course," said the princess. And so the princess and the old bear walked together, through the forest, back to the big wooden house. After that day, the princess would occasionally find gifts from the bear, a fresh caught salmon, a handful of ripe berries, a newly bloomed bluebell. One spring, when a sudden thaw flooded the path out of the princess's home, the old bear was there, and she rode his back across the river. The old bear began to think that the princess should be his mate. After all, she had no mate, and she needed one, and he could keep her warm and provide her a much more suitable den, and catch fish for her, and protect her from wolves. She, in turn, would brush out his fur, and pick berries without smushing half of them, and scratch that one part of his back he couldn't reach. And with how she took care of the goblins, she would be an excellent mother for his cubs. One day the old bear came with a ring of spruce, and asked the princess to be his bride. "I'm sorry," said the princess. "You are a very good friend, and I appreciate all you've done for me, but I cannot marry you. You're a bear, I'm a princess. It would never work." The old bear was crushed. "Can we still be friends?" he asked. "We will always be friends," said the princess, "but I will never marry you." The old bear and the princess carried on their friendship, and after 1 year he tried again to ask her to be his bride, but once again, she refused him. This happened 1 year later, and 1 year after that. And then finally the princess said, "Old Bear, you are my dear friend, and I appreciate all you have done for me. But I would sooner you had left me to the wolves than marry you, and that is how it will always be. I have my hands full with the 2 goblins who live under my house, and they are all I need." That wounded the old bear deeply, but it was finally enough to stop his proposals. They remained friends, and he continued to give her gifts of fresh salmon and ripe berries and newly bloomed bluebells. But the old bear never again asked the princess to be his bride, much as he might have wanted to. And that is how the princess befriended the old bear, and how she refused him. You enjoy that? You didn't think I was going to go for the whole story, did you? To be honest, I'm not sure I did either.
Where is it?
You looking for something in particular?
My diary.
You never told me about it.
Yeah. With the way Marianne was, I tried extra hard to keep it a secret. Marianne. Yeah, that day she found out about it.
Oh, it's a click to remember moment. Yeah, I don't know why I read that story out. I mean, I'm going to keep it in the VOD now because it's happened, so it would be wrong to just throw it away. I think I had to compensate for the complete screw up I made at the beginning and like not having saved the game properly. So there you go. You got yourself a free story read by me. Some people would pay good money for that, and I just gave it to you willingly. It's possibly a moment for me to you know, start charging you guys for that one. I'll send an invoice through. I think I should. I think it's only right that I monetize it. All right, let's click to remember. So we Tyler's diary is where we're up to.
Mom? Mom! Mom, where is it? What did you do with it?
What now?
I can't find my diary. I know you stole it. Give it back.
Sweetie, whatever I do, it's just for your benefit.
You read it, didn't you? You had no right to do that.
I have the right to do whatever I need to protect my little girl.
I'm not your girl. I hate you.
You will always be my little girl. And no matter how hard you fight me, I'll fight twice as hard to keep you safe.
I don't know how I never saw it coming. She told me right to my face. She was willing to hurt me, to keep me from transitioning.
Tyler, there is no way you could have known she'd go that far.
I want my diary back. Her room was the only place I didn't look.
Okay, but do you need to get it, like, now?
That diary was important to me, Allison. Writing down my thoughts helped me realize who I am.
Well, then let's go find it.
No.
You think her room is still locked?
It always was. I'm not looking forward to going in there.
Even though
I
we
know.
should go in there.
But we'll have to eventually, and I need it back.
I can't leave the room without finishing going through. So, yeah, that was a lot. And that's... Again, this game is really good at just stopping you in your tracks. Whatever thought process you're going down, it just stops you. And it's intense. Yeah, I don't want to say too much. I think we should let the story continue. But before we let that continue, we should, yeah, finish going through the room, see if there's anything else in terms of A, story points, B, collectibles, and C, we're having fun, you know.
Ugh. Some of our old toys
That
give
is
me the creeps.
terrifying. My God. Keep smiling, kids. Alright, well that's the whole thing. Oh,
Whenever we asked for a TV, she'd just bring home a big stack of books.
I think she did us a favor with that one.
You may not agree when we start digging into the HBO back catalog.
We'll see.
wait till they find out about the final season of Game of Thrones. I never even saw Game of Thrones, and I have heard plenty about the final season, so... It's the things like this, right? The facts that, like, the middle of a game, that's just been there for 11 years, or however long has passed between what happened and the present. It's just crazy.
Look, it's the game we made, Lusion Tramway.
That game never made any sense.
Didn't stop us from playing all day.
Dude, we were kids. All we needed were rocks and bird feathers.
I don't know. I'm up for Lusion Tramway. I feel like that sounds like it could be a fun game. I don't know why, but I feel like it could be good.
Hey, you. I just found your twin under the house.
Oh
He's seen
yeah.
better days. Oh, this one wasn't mine.
Lol. Well, I'm not going back under the house, Tyler. I'm sorry. You can do that in your own time, like, you know. But I'm not doing that for you. Okay. Anything else? I think the only thing left that we haven't checked is the wardrobe.
Hey, the postcard we sent ourselves from Juno.
Forever alone.
What?
We barely had any friends. We even had to be our own pen pals.
Friends are overrated. It's not true at all, but still. Alright. You guys ready for me to read to you again? Dear Alison and Ollie, we are writing from the past. What's it like in the future? Anyway, Juno is super cool. We took the tramway all the way up. Ollie was scared. Liar. Now see, I know that what's happened here is they've both written themselves this postcard, but it does feel very much like there's an internal debate there between Ollie was scared, liar, and in case you don't remember or have forgotten or you decided to jump in at this episode for some reason, Ollie is Tyler's dead name. Tyler transitioned at some point between the events of their childhood and the present. But yeah, just so you are aware. We got some books, but Mummy went to the restaurant at night and forgot them. It was cool. There were a lot of whales on the ferry. No, there wasn't. They were in the water, stupid. Alright. Anyway.
Diary's probably in Marianne's room.
Yes,
I should go check.
I will, don't worry. Anyway, here's a postcard to remind you how awesome we are. Especially me. But who is me? We'll never know. Alison and Ollie. You respect that. Alright. Let's get this story moving. I can feel it. I can feel the pressure. He says, about to... It's a click to remember moment. We gotta click. We gotta remember. I'm here. I'm ready to remember.
Ice King finally caught the hag. His furious voice could be heard throughout the forest. For your wickedness, you will be eternally bound to the lake. What? No way. Quiet, let me finish. You will no longer be allowed to leave. Not even under a full moon. The moon hag was imprisoned in the lake, and she never again tried to escape. And then the title. What do you think? Not bad, right?
I guess that's okay, but I would have changed the end.
What? No way!
The Ice
Everyone's a
King.
critic, huh?
I totally forgot about him.
That's because it was dangerous to mention his name. He was too powerful.
So, something that I think is going to become quite key is I'm fairly sure that all the characters that turn up in Marianne's stories are real characters. So there's going to be some kind of What's the word I'm looking for? Basically, it's all going to be based on kind of the reality of her life. There's a word for it. I don't remember it, which really puts my English like exams in secondary school to shame.
Where'd you come from?
Uh-oh. What is it? A Tale of Two Swords. Damn. That is a thick book. I mean, it's not thick, but it is thick. Okay, surprisingly few amounts of anything there. I feel like I'm missing a goblin. Alison! You do this all the time and we're gonna fall out if you carry on. Sorry, I have a thing with Alison. It's a whole thing. Alright. Let's go to their mum's room. We can do this. Oh yeah, sorry, I'm British, so I say mum instead of mom. I mean, that's not even a good definition. I'm a southerner. I'm sorry. I'm the worst of all.
Hold up.
What?
Remember this?
Unfortunately.
You must solve my riddle to earn the right to enter the princess's sanctum.
Nothing a good hard shove won't take care of.
I mean, yes, we could brute force it, but it might be kind of fun to finally solve it, right?
We have different definitions of the word fun.
Okay, well, if we break it, we're just gonna have to fix it for the sale. So let's at least try not to. You have the Book of Goblins?
Yep.
Hand it over.
What are you looking for?
The image on the door. It's making me think of a story from the book. One that Marianne wrote.
You have a way better memory than me.
Well, the Book of Goblins was my creation.
And you'll never let anyone forget it.
Here it is. The one about the princess's party. Give it a read. I think the symbols may represent something in the story.
First ghost memories, now storybook puzzles. What a weird day.
What a weird childhood.
Touché.
What a weird life. Wow. It looks like we're turning to puzzles. So, luckily we didn't read this story, which is good, right? Because you love reading stories with me, yeah? I know you do. Okay. So, I think, yeah, we're going to want to read this story that Alison pointed out and then solve the puzzle. Probably fine. Okay, no, we're done with that one. We're done with that one. Okay. Princess's Party. Should we read it again? Should we do it together? Okay. Once upon a time, in a deep and ancient forest, the princess was melancholy because it was the 1-year anniversary of when she had run away from home. Sensing her sadness, her forest friends showed up at her door. They were headed by the pelican, pious and attentive, and organised by the moose, stalwart and far-sighted. The old bear was there, with his claws so sharp, as well as the big frog prattling away. Even the haughty muskrat, who almost never had time for anyone, had come. The bear invited her to ride on his back, promising no wolf would harry her path. And then the animals led her to a fairy glen, where a fabulous party had been prepared. There was a buffet of seafood the pelican had served from her never-emptying beak. The air was filled with The air was filled with winking fairy lights the moose had arranged after clouds filled the sky, and the gregarious frog mixed up fizzing drinks. Only the muskrat had done nothing in particular, mooching off everyone else's hard work. I feel like I'm the muskrat, and I don't know how I feel about that. The princess had a very good time at her party, such a good time that she forgot to say thank you to any of her friends. Noticing this, the fairies devised a bit of mischief. When the princess went to open her gifts, she found 3 identical boxes at the edge of the glen. Puzzled, she turned back and gasped. The entire party had vanished. Because you have taken your friends for granted, called the naughty fairies. We've hidden them from you, but we like games. Guess who has given you each of these presents, and you'll get your friends back. The princess opened the first box. Inside there was a torch, which when lit revealed the truth. said the princess. Someone wants to make sure I don't get lost in the woods when it's dark, and I always see right from wrong. Which of my friends would give me a gift like that? She opened the second box. Inside was a magic sword, which would leap right out of the bearer's hands to defend them. Said the princess. Someone wants to make sure I'm protected if I'm ever under threat. Which of my friends would give me a gift like that? She opened the third box. Inside was a bag of coins that always provided money if it was for something the bearer truly needed. Said the princess. Someone wants to make sure I have money to buy food when I'm hungry and clothes when I'm cold. Which of my friends would give me a gift like that? The princess thought about her friends, and then she smiled certainly. Fairies, she said. I may have been thoughtless, but I appreciate all that my friends have given to me, and all that they have done for me. She gave her answers, and the vexed fairies were forced to restore the party in a flash of colourful light. One by one, she gave the animals a hug, and thanked them for their presence, the party, and all that they had done to help since she'd moved into the forest. And that is how the princess celebrated her first anniversary in the woods. Now, I know you guys loved it, but essentially, I think that these kind of circles represent each gift, and we've got to work out who gave the gift. There's definitely a television show in this, you know. Okay. So inside the first box there's a torch, which reveals the truth. I want to make sure I don't get lost in the dark, and I always see right from wrong. Okay, let's go back to the previous page. So we've got the pelican, pious and attentive. The moose, stalwart and far-sighted. The old bear, his claws so sharp. The big frog wrestling away. And the muskrat who doesn't give a shit about anyone. Okay. I think... Let's see. I think the bear would want to defend her. And so it makes sense that the sword would be from the bear. So I think I'm going to go and turn that so the bear is on that one. Okay. So we've got two more. Torch, bag of coins. Okay. Bag of coins. Inside was a bag of coins that always provided money if it was something the bearer truly needed. Okay. So, what do we think? Let's see. So, the bear protects her. Again, the bear invites her to ride on his back, promising no wolf would hurt. So I think that's... The bear is like the defender here. So, I'm happy that the bear gave the sword. The air is filled with winking fairy lights the moose had arranged after clouds filled the sky. The moose, stalwart and far-sighted. Don't get lost in the woods when it's dark and always see right from wrong. So it's logical that that could be the moose, I think. I'm going to go for it. Okay, so moose, bear, one more to go. Bag of coins. Okay. I think it could be the pelican. There was a buffet of seafood. The pelican had served my never-emptying beak. So the pelican can always feed you if you need food. That makes sense, I think. Okay, you know what? Let's go for it. Let's go for the pelican, and if we're wrong, well, that's going to be on brand for me. Big brains. You tell I did a university degree. The brains are not related to that.
And boom, we're in.
After so many years, I expected this to feel more, you know, like a win.
Speak for yourself. I'm the one who solved the riddle.
Why do I feel like you're not gonna let me forget that? Where do you think we should start looking?
I don't know. Where in this mess would she stash someone else's personal thoughts?
Okay. I mean, can we just talk about the fact that Tyler took the credit for what was my work? But I'll let it slide. I think that, and I know you can feel it. You can feel it. I'm going for a dick move. I'm leaving us at the kind of next big point. But I think this is a good point to leave it for this episode. So, thank you for joining me and sitting through my strange monologues as always. And I will see you in the next episode where hopefully we'll find Tyler's diary and get a bit further into chapter 1. I'm enjoying it so far. If you're enjoying it, please let me know in the comments or by leaving a like or anything like that. If you haven't subscribed, please do. It'd be awesome. And you can check my various things out at 2117.cars.co. And, you know, there's some good stuff there. You can find all about me and my strange things. But for now, thank you for coming, and I will see you in the future. Which is not now, but then. But for now, bye.